Cognitive stimulation therapy, or CST, is the ability to take a group of people, put them in a single environment a couple of times a week, and each time take them from a beginning of memories and move them forward into a more difficult type of memory, finally reaching things that are to do with memories that are happening today.
It's a group activity that engages older adults, even those with memory loss and fairly profound memory loss, to be able to socialize with each other, have normal conversation, and kind of reach back into their long-held memories and fast-forward them into today's world.
This provides them a way to interact with one another. It provides them a way to have meaningful activity, and it actually has been shown to improve their quality of life, and in some instances, even their cognitive status and their behaviors improve through the CST.
So often in a long-term care setting, elders relate to the staff primarily. And so one of the benefits of cognitive stimulation therapy is that they begin to relate to one another, get to know their personalities, something about their histories. So that is a huge benefit of the program. And in learning about other people, we naturally do have fun. There's a lot of humor, there's some spontaneous singing that occurs, laughter, even people teasing each other about memory.
What about the style of costumes, you know, when you were younger compared to now?
We didn't have those horrible, hideous looking things.
Wasn't like the scary.
Oh yeah. Oh, we just dressed up. Mainly, I dressed up as a gypsy.
We dressed up in overalls and
yeah, whatever we had handy.
Right. So you basically made your own costumes, maybe.
Right. We didn't buy a bought one.
No.
Right.
Whatever you had at home, you put together.
Candy and
made up our
candy
faces.
apples were
Oh yeah. That was a mess. We did it.
When I first saw the CST manuals, the ones that were developed in England, quite honestly, are brilliant, because what they did is they looked at and said, what will old people like and feel happy doing, but keeping the level at about the level of a Montessori kindergarten, which when you've got severe dementia is where you can function, but not turning it into looking like it was a kindergarten exercise.
We have a very persuasive medical director, Dr. John Morley. He came to me for about a year and told me, let me tell you, Susan, about this program. So I listened to him, and I listened a little bit more, and we decided that this would be a good fit for our facility, because we want to be on the cusp of what's important, what's working for the residents, and not always going to the drug interventions. We're trying to not just take care of people here, but we're trying to encourage long-term friendships. That's what our families are expecting from us, and that's what we're trying to foster, and CST helps us do that.
What you'll see is a group of residents who come to one of the side rooms, and in the side room they sit down with two facilitators, and the facilitators work through one of the exercises each time.
One of my roles here at NHC is to help facilitate the cognitive stimulation therapy. For a typical CST group, we will meet in our restorative dining room, anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour, and we generally will have a snack for them. We'll bake cookies, we'll have cinnamon rolls, something like that.
And it seems that you can draw more people with food. You know, you make you know, it's like, you know, let's meet today. We'll talk about anything. I'm baking cookies. Okay. So so that's usually how we started, with some type of refreshment, and I'll ask them if they want anything to drink, whatever it may be, to, you know, just keep them there, make them feel comfortable. That's the most important thing.
How's everyone today?
Doing great, thanks.
Good.
Stand there and look at the animals.
Okay, do we remember what today's day of the week is?
the 26th
Thursday.
of June.
Thursday.
Yep, Thursday, June 26th. And what is the year?
2014.
Yep. And who remembers our group name?
New Troopers.
Yep. And what is our group song?
We have to. You are my sunshine.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you.
We can do an activity in the book, or we can use those as guidelines to make it fit for the people that we have in our groups. You know, so that's we kind of base it off of the books, yes, as the theme of the activities.
And then you had a picture of John Wayne. I remember somebody that was in a movie with John Wayne who was a redhead. Can you think? And she had an Irish name, so Joyce would probably like her. Maureen O'Hara. That's
Maureen
right.
O'Hara.
That's right.
That's Maureen O'Hara.
And then there was a very famous redhead, and Fred might remember this one. She was in a movie called Gilda, and she had beautiful long red hair at the time. Rita.
Oh yeah, Rita Hood.
No, not Rita McEntire, but she may have.
Joyce said something.
Rita Hayworth. You know your actresses, don't you, Bob? It's really hard work for older adults with memory impairment to engage this way. And so if you notice, sometimes people self-select. They close their eyes for a while, or they're very quiet. You may actually think they're sleeping. But they often hear what's going on around them, and then if you actually direct a question and draw them back into the group, they can either pick up on the question you're asking, or at least the question you asked just one question before. So I think that's another thing. To an untrained person, it would be frustrating to maybe feel like people were dozing off or not paying attention. But in reality, when people have cognitive impairment, they have to kind of self-select how much stimulation they can really accept at any given moment in time. And I think too often we leave people out of a group because we think they can't participate. But I think cognitive stimulation therapy is a great way where those people that do have more social strengths can kind of compensate for the people that have fewer verbal skills or a poorer attention span.
NHC is a long-term care facility. We have a skilled nursing facility. We also have some short-term rehab residents. We do tend to use our residents in the CST group that are long-term care, and we kind of try to put together residents that are close in cognition. Sometimes we will have some residents that are higher cognition and some that are lower. That is pretty beneficial because if you have all very low cognition, then the conversation can kind of get stalled. So we do like to have some residents that have a slightly higher cognition.
You have certain rituals that you use. Usually group members will introduce themselves. You'll remind them of their group name or ask them to come up with it and sing the opening song, and sometimes do a physical activity to get people in the mood. But then you come up with a topic, but if people are more interested in maybe talking about a recipe book than they are where they took their trips, then you're going to shift the conversation to food. And sometimes you can use a physical object like floating a ball across the table to say, well, now we're going to switch and talk about, our favorite animals or our favorite vacations with our family. But you do have to be flexible and yet offer the group structure and be able to refocus them if they get a little bit distracted.
We will do the conversation ball, so that can help stimulate different memories that they've had. So we'll go over past experiences. Those questions help to bring about different things for Thanksgiving or their favorite ice cream flavor, or it just gets them more involved and helps to kind of bring the group together.
Let's do another.
Okay. How about that one, Jewel? Can you read that?
Yeah. Favorite family vacation. What do you do?
Yep.
What did you do? I don't know, it's been so long since I've been on a family vacation.
you do have to be very relaxed as a facilitator and give people time to think and time to respond and not move too quickly to a new question or a new topic, and then really let the group direct itself.
With what they're doing, they actually improve cognitive function using the slums fairly dramatically in this group of people. So this fits with what has been shown by Marty Orrell and his colleagues in England, that really this is a way to truly improve cognition. It works as well, if not better, than any of the drugs available for treating Alzheimer's disease, and that's pretty good with no side effects.